Yet. Not yet. Okay. I think we're live on Facebook. We could sit here for a minute and see if we're live and if people
It says
show
live,
up.
it says
And
live on the top.
okay, so we're live. So, hello everyone. Welcome to your next option. My guest this morning is Rina Yonkowski of Memory Matters. Welcome, Rina.
Hi, thank you so much. So excited to be here.
We're glad to have you here. So, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here.
Okay. So, I am a geriatric social worker and memory coach. And I got into memory coaching. Let's see, my interest in memory started many, many years ago when I was working with seniors in nursing homes. Really, it started when I was a teenager. All my friends went to camp, and I went to the nursing home to volunteer. And I just loved working with older people, just loved it. And it took me a long time to figure out why I loved it so much, but I think it's because older people are just so full of life wisdom and life experience. And that's what you talk about a lot. So that's how it started. And then I went for a degree in social work and specialized in geriatrics and worked in an assisted living facility where I was the head of the Alzheimer's unit. And when you work with Alzheimer's patients, you get very curious about memory and what makes memory work and what makes it not work. And then I moved to Israel. I've been living here in Israel for 21 years. And over the years, I studied memory. I took a course many years ago in Hebrew, actually, from a cognitive psychologist. And after that, with the place where I was working in these community clubs for the elderly. And they asked me to give over some of what I had learned about memory in English to their volunteers and to different groups of people. So I started lecturing on memory in small bits, an hour here, an hour there. I love lecturing. I love talking about memory. And I love working with older people. Seniors, we like to call them melders. We'll use whatever term you want, melders if you want. So I developed my own course. Over the years, I developed my own memory improvement course. It is geared for midlifers and seniors, so let's call it 50 plus, but I don't even care what age you are because it doesn't matter. And my course, I was teaching it live here in Israel in different places, and I loved doing it live, and it was fun, but I was sort of like running around to different cities, teaching it live. And then I realized if I would put this online, I could reach so many more people, and they could do it in the convenience of their house, and I could do it in the convenience of my house, and I don't have to run around. And I could reach people in India and South Africa and Las Vegas and all over the world.
Excellent.
So I actually started doing this before Corona. I really started last September. My dream was to put my course online and to reach people all over the world. And Corona just like motivated me to do it faster because then everyone who's in the high risk category, whatever age that is, was really at home. I mean, we were all at home, but especially the older people are really not going out, and they need things to keep their mind sharp and to keep motivated and living vivaciously. So it just really, really catapulted me to get that course online. So I worked really hard. And just yesterday, I finished teaching it online for the first time. I had people from 3 different countries with me. It was a 12-week course, but it's an 18-hour, 12-week course all about memory. So it's how memory works, why we forget, all the techniques to remember names, numbers, and lists of items. I do a whole piece on focus and attention because we all have issues with that. And then I go into all the lifestyle factors of how to stay healthy longer and how to stay active. And we talk about all the different components of that. So it's a really good course. So that's sort of how that's like a short version of the last 20 years of my life. But I do a lot of interesting things in the field also. But now I'm focused on teaching memory online. And I'm actually working on some really exciting ideas for people that may not want to do my course right away. I'm going to offer some other things before that.
Well, I am enjoying your brain teasers that you're posting online on a regular basis that you posted the last 2 days in a row. And the first one I didn't get, but today I did really well.
Yeah, good.
Sure. And another question I have for you is that you're in the process of your serving the community, in your local community and the world, all right? Do you believe that Alzheimer's dementia is inevitable in every individual? Or do you believe, as I do, that it's not something that happens automatically just because we age?
Yes, of course. So, 20 years ago, 20 and 25 years ago, when we talked about this, it was much, we believed it was inevitable. And then we believed like if you had the gene, you had no hope. That is not what we believe today. Today, the research is showing that even if you have the gene for it, your lifestyle factors, your diet, your exercise, staying socially connected, staying cognitively fit, all the different features, we can almost beat it. I really, really am hopeful because I'm seeing the research. I don't like to guarantee people anything, but I'm working for an anti-aging clinic that is based here in Israel, but it actually sees people all over. And we're practicing a protocol like Dr. Dale Bredesen. And Dr. Dale Bredesen is actually reversing Alzheimer's with all the different pieces. There's no one solution or one easy pill that you can do, but there's a lot of different things you can do to feel healthier and happier much longer, and to a much older age. And so no, I do not believe that Alzheimer's is inevitable. I do not believe that even if you have the gene, I don't think that means that you have to get it. And that's what we believe epigenetics is teaching us, that the lifestyle factors is what helps express or not express the gene. And there's just so much research that's hopeful and can help us feel more confident about how we age. And also that's one of the things I give people is their confidence in their memories. People come to me and say, I'm so bad at memory, or I have such a bad memory. And I say, you have a bad memory because you tell yourself that.
Yes.
And give them back their confidence to believe in their own memories. And with the techniques, the techniques are so helpful in helping people really believe in their memories.
That's interesting because Marissa Peer, if you know, said, I have no problem with my memory because I tell myself every day I have a great memory. And,
exactly.
And that's exactly how that works. A lot of it has to do with what we have to say, what we say to ourselves versus it's not about what society says about us. It's actually a lot about what we say to ourselves. And I know for a fact on the premise of what self-inflicted aging does, or what self-inflicted aging can do, is help you change your mind about yourself and it improves your memory, your attitude, and it keeps you going long past people who are settled in or committed to, well, society says I'm gonna be this, so I'm gonna be this, right?
Or that you can't, society might say, oh, you're 85, you can't remember 10 phone numbers. Of course you could remember 10 phone numbers, no matter what age you are.
Exactly.
And I could teach you how to do it. All you have to have is the strategies and the belief in yourself. Of course you could do it. And that's what I prove to people in my course. I give people a pre-test, and then I teach the techniques, and then a post-test. And in the pre-test, people give up before they even try. Do you know that they give up before they even try because they don't believe they could do it?
Exactly.
And they take the same test and they go, whoa, I can't believe I did that.
That's awesome. That's outstanding. Speaking of your program, first I'd like to know, I'd like to let people know about your program and how they can get access to the program that you're doing. And I know you just finished one program, so it'll be a minute before you do another one, but let us know how we can reach you and participate in what you do.
Yeah, it's going to be more than a minute. But thank you for asking that. So check out my website. My website is rinayonkowski.com. You see my name up there. It's just rinayonkowski.com. And when you go onto my website, there's going to be a pop-up that says if you put in your email address, you're going to get a freebie. And the freebie it's actually like a PDF checklist. Is my memory loss normal? And it's 2 columns, okay? One column says normal and one column says abnormal. And this is very helpful because people come to me and say, this and this is happening, and I don't know if this is normal. So I do memory assessments, obviously. I do one-on-one memory coaching and memory assessments, and you can book a free call with me on my website to find out more about that. But if you go onto my website and give me your email address, you will automatically get that freebie, Is My Memory Loss Normal? And then you'll be on my email list, and you'll get, whenever I do something next and new, you'll hear about it. So that's the best thing you could do. Also on my website, you can watch some free webinars. I'm going to be taking them down soon because it's a lot of free content there. So basically, I did 4 free webinars during my Memory Matters week, which is right before I launched my course a few months ago. And those webinars are still up on my website under Memory Matters recording. So you can watch some really good free webinars there if you want. And you can also email me. My email is rina@rinayonkowski.com, and that's on my website. And you can book a free discovery call. Lots of ways to get in touch with me. I'm also on Facebook, and I have a Facebook group, and that's how we hooked up.
Exactly.
My Facebook group is called Memory Matters, Tips and Tricks for Midlifers and Seniors. And in there, I post every day either a brain teaser or a quote or something funny. I've stolen some of your quotes, then put them in my group because they were so good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's pretty much how you can get in touch with me.
Excellent. All the ways to get in touch with her, and she can help you decide whether or not memory matters.
Exactly.
For sure. And we have any parting wisdom? Something that you can share that you can tell everyone that you think is significant?
Yeah. So I have let's see, what's the one thing I want to impart right now. I think like like what we said before, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. And I heard that from Jim Quick. Jim Quick is another memory teacher, memory expert. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. So if you say, I can't remember your name, then guess what? You can't remember my name. But if you say, can you repeat it one more time? And I'm going to really make an intention to remember your name and then go through the steps that I teach to remember the name, you absolutely can. And I'll just give one tip about names because people always like to hear about names. Make sure you hear the name. Sometimes someone says their name, but our brains were somewhere else. Our brains were not listening to what the name was. So make sure you hear the name and then repeat it back to them in the conversation. So if you're meeting someone for the first time, you're going to ask them to repeat the name if you didn't hear it. And then you repeat it back to them. Say, it's so nice to meet you today, Samela. You say Samela, right?
Samela. Yeah.
Samela. I have to pronounce it right now. And I'm going to repeat your name a few times, and that's going to help me remember how to pronounce it, right?
Right, exactly.
So even this one little tip, before even going into the whole technique of how to remember names, making sure you hear it and repeat it back to them a couple times in that first conversation, that is the first step, and that will help you in 25 to 50% of the names.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This has been really fun. Thank you for joining me here at Your Next Option, and we'll see you again soon. Yes?
Thank you so much for having me. Good luck.
Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Mm-hmm.